Let's go. Welcome to the New Normal Podcast. Like, comment, and make sure y'all subscribe. Today we will be talking about if your friend getting cheated on, should you tell them? Should you let them know they're being cheated on?
Can you say blackmail?
Blackmail. Oh hell, here we go. So what you think? You tell them that you snitching or you not?
It definitely depends on which friend it is, for
Okay.
sure. If my friend is married, if this is her husband, I'm definitely telling. If they're in the
So close to the mic.
oh, if they're in the process of getting married, engaged, I'm telling. And if it's a friend that I know is doing right by her partner, I'm telling.
So hold on. Sound like you telling no matter what.
If my friend out here in these streets and she doing her own thing,
You gotta make sure you stay close to the mic,
oh
please.
yeah, I forget. But if my friend is in these streets and she doing her own thing, it's a strong possibility that I wouldn't. But for the most part, yeah, I'm snitching for
So
sure.
the only way you not snitching is your friend ain't shit, basically.
Yeah, if my friend ain't shit.
Why not? Why wouldn't you tell her? She your friend too, though.
Yeah, but because I know that she probably gonna um go off and do the accusation stuff. But I don't agree with accusing somebody of doing something when you doing the same. So that part is what's gonna prevent me from snitching.
So what's a pro to telling? Like pros and cons. What's the pro to telling
My
your
friend
friend?
not left in the dark anymore. So
Like what's that gonna help though?
she gonna know what's going
But
on.
how
She
would
not
that
gonna be
help?
out here in the dark.
But how would that
It may
help?
not help. Most likely, it's not gonna help. But should it help?
Yeah, I think my personal opinion when it comes to friendship, w- you should always bring information that's gonna help your friend.
That is gonna help my friend.
How?
She's gonna find out that her man is out here going behind her back.
So if she stays, that helped her still.
Yeah, at least she got the information.
If she kills him, they helped her still.
Okay, now that's extreme.
No.
That's
Hold
extreme.
on. That's not a screen.
No, that didn't help
That's
her.
no. Okay then. That's
But
not.
if she's gonna kill him for cheating on her, she got mental problems, and that's probably where she need to be. Because apparently,
So you just gonna chalk it up that your friend got mental problem, or you didn't tell her something and you just made her go into rage for telling her something
if
so
my
drastic.
friend goes
Mm-hmm.
and kills her man
Mm-hmm.
because she finds out that he's cheating
Mm-hmm.
instead of just leaving,
Mm-hmm.
if it's that deep for her, she deserves it. She deserves to be in prison for sure. I stand on it.
No, we ain't talking about prison. We talking about her reaction. So my thing is, you don't think you have any responsibility after you tell your friend something like that, and she goes and kills somebody, or
No.
you think after you tell them it's just it is what it is.
After I tell you, then you decide where you take that, what you do with that information.
So you don't think protecting your friend is also deciding on what information you should and shouldn't bring to them?
Yeah, for sure. But this type of information, I feel is my friend should know. It's
See,
my responsibility to let my friend know.
I don't agree. Me personally, I'm not telling none of my friends.
Why not?
I don't think it's no pros to telling my friend that they're getting cheated on. Period. Like if we run down the list of arguments, people always try to make one STDs. Okay, so you don't know if they got an STD now. So you if you caught them cheating, they probably been cheating. They been fucking the same person. So you don't know if they got an STD or not.
We should
Two,
make STD checks a regular part of our relationships.
we should, but people typically don't. And
For sure.
men, especially men, most men I've talked to, we guilty of this because y'all go to the doctor way more than we do.
Mm-hmm.
We just wait on y'all's results. So
And that's
that's
a problem.
uh,
That's a problem.
yeah, that is a problem
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Because sometimes some people may not have something and you could still have something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's how we typically gauge, if we have STD. Also, killing him. Like people think that's drastic, but every 2 or 3 days it's an article of somebody killing somebody, rage of passion, they were cheating, infidelity, or
Mm-hmm.
they got lied to, or something like that. So I don't feel like I want to put my friend in a situation where they get so enraged or mad at someone that they kill them, right? And the reason I say that because sometimes bringing the information back, hearing it from certain people might make you madder than you
Mhm.
finding it out yourself. And the reason I say that is if let's say my homeboy find out his girl was cheating or my homegirl found out her man was cheating, she might keep that on the hush, right?
Mhm.
So she might see a nigga out there cheating. I might never know nothing about it. And they can continue with their relationship. Now me coming back and telling her, hey, yo, I seen your old dude out there, or I seen your girl out there, whoop the whoop. They might be upset because now it can't be a secret anymore because it's out there in the open. People know about it. I know about it. I'm a close friend, and then they have to think about if I'm judging them or not, right? For
Mhm.
staying, leaving, their choice, their choice of who they decided to date. Like I said, to me, there's not really any pros in telling. Most people think, oh, I just want to get them that information so they will know. But my thing is with information, a lot of times you want to be able to do something with it. And I don't think people are able to do a lot with information of, hey, this person was cheating because typically people stay. Typically.
And that's perfectly fine.
And
But okay, I'm listening.
and I just don't see how someone knowing this information and still staying is going to help their relationship. And actually, what it does, especially this is my personal opinion, especially if they have kids together. I'm
Mhm.
not saying anything because that's not my. I don't want to be the cause of breaking up a home because it's bigger.
But are you the
Yeah,
cause though?
definitely.
If my friend leaves her boyfriend or her the father of her children because I let her know that he was cheating on her,
She,
am I the cause of that?
yeah, because she wouldn't know. It's called
So
it's
he's
chain.
not the cause
No,
of that.
it's chain of events.
I
Because
I disagree.
because and now this is why I tell people a relationship is two people,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
A relationship could be three people.
Mhm.
A relationship could be however many people decide to get into it. But when you insert yourself into a relationship that has nothing to do with you, and what people don't understand is a sticky situation because your friend is actually having a connection with this person, a sexual connection, which you're the outside looking in. So that's why it's easier for people, and we've all seen it, heard it that, oh, I told my friend that she was getting cheated on, and she got mad at me, right?
Mhm.
And I feel like if your friend got mad at you, she has every right to be mad at you because one, you should have known my friend wasn't capable of handling this information. That's the
That's a
part.
personal problem
No, it's not a personal problem.
for sure.
We're not supposed to tell. Just even being a parent, you're not supposed to tell your child everything that goes on because
Mhm.
you are supposed to know, gauge, watch, be around, and understand what your child is capable of. Same thing with friends. Friends take a lot of maintenance and time and learning this person, seeing them in bad situations, how they
Mhm.
crash out, what they'll do. And so with that information, sometimes we have to be like, damn, I need to make sure if my friend is capable. And if your friend get mad at you, you should have known that friend wasn't capable of handling that type of information. And that's part of being a friend. Same thing, just like same thing if someone's talking bad about your friend. First of all, I would never go back and tell my friend someone was talking bad about them, right? Me personally.
You personally.
And I would gauge. And if I this is the only time I will probably tell them if I see them hanging around that person, I know they mean no good. And I wouldn't be like, oh boy was talking bad about you or came and brought me some information. I'd be like, hey, you might want to watch that nigga, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
And
gonna me personally. I'm gonna check whoever it is that's talking to my
yeah,
friend.
me personally, I
And
check people
mhm.
on. We're talking about my friends first and foremost, but I'm just saying, if we just talking about come bringing information back, and a lot of times the information that we bring to people, a lot of people just be like, oh, I should just tell her that's my friend or this is what friends do, but also people don't go farther and be like, this friend here is not able or capable to handle this information that I'm bringing her. And people always think that just because I tell, it's no more on me. And I
So
think the fear is, I'm gonna let you go. I think the fear of what happens is we think that our friend will judge us for being less than a friend if we don't tell. Because if your friend you find out your friend knew that your man was cheating on you, you'll feel like she less than a friend.
yeah, I would feel like she betrayed me for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, and see, a lot of people have that, but do you think it's fair for you to date someone and require your friend to tell you if they were cheating on you, though?
I feel like it's my friend's. responsibility to let me know when, just like if something is going, wrong behind my back, just like we both agree we gon' in some way, form, or fashion let our friend know that this other friend was talking about them. Why don't we have that same responsibility when it comes to a cheating spouse?
Because friendships and relationships are different because it's a lot of sex, living together, emotions, chemical
And that's why
imbalance.
and
Those
that's
are
why
things.
it's much more that's why I believe it's much more important to let the person know that their partner is cheating compared to a friend. I feel like the
I I
responsibility
think
is more to my friend who has a cheating spouse.
I think me personally, I think it's better to tell your friend that they've been talked about more being than telling your friend that their spouse or their boyfriend or girlfriend are cheating them. And like I said, just because of those variables that go into it. Because typically, if you tell somebody that, hey, this person is talking bad about you, they just cut them off. It's not like you just gonna cut somebody off that's cheating on you. A lot of times they still fuck around or
Yeah.
they prolong a bad situation that probably should have been ended, and you even told them information that she probably even knew. Another thing is we don't know if they have an open relationship. A lot of times people try to keep that under wraps. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Mhm.
society wise, a lot of people look down on open relationships because we live in Western society. We married one man, one woman, man and woman together, or whatever your relationship, just those two people in there. So it's always looked down on the open relationship. So that person may not want you to come back or want you to know that they have an open relationship, or just keep it
But
G.
I didn't go searching for this information. Your cheating spouse was out in a public place,
That
apparently, where
that
I was able to see
that
them.
don't.
So if the fear is that I don't want you to judge me because you're going to find out I have an open relationship, your partner shouldn't be anywhere where I can see that it's a possibility that it's an open relationship.
Well, I don't think that it just goes like that, because if it's open, that's why I say if it's open and you don't know what dynamics they got, then that means you don't need to say anything because you don't know what's going on.
But if it's open and you're okay with your partner having another spouse
hmm
and you're not
but
embarrassed by them being out in
it's
public,
society. We're not talking about them. We're talking about society. And so when it comes to
mhm,
societal pressures of having open relationships, a lot of times those pressures are pretty heavy. Just like when you just think about a Will and Jada, right? If we using those, they've been said we've been heard rumors 10 years ago that they had open relationship.
mhm.
Now August Alsina comes out, said that he slept. They had a whole red table talk. They is still married or whatever, and now people are still looking down and being judgmental on it because it's a societal thing. So my thing is, when it comes to relationships like that, I think we just should watch what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like if my homeboy ever came to me and said, "Hey, do you think I should date this girl?" No, I would be like, "Hey, look, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't in y'all relationship." But no guy that I'm around or homegirl that I've been around has ever asked me my opinion on who they should date. And since they've never asked me my opinion, I don't think I'm obligated to tell them who they should date because I didn't make that decision. You did. And a lot of times when we find out that our people are dating someone, they're typically dating them, weeks before we find out that they are, making it official. And I think it's fucked up to me. This is my personal opinion to think that people think just because that's my friend, I'm supposed to tell them anything. That's not really being a good friend, even if it is you see their spouse out there. Because like I say, if they crash out and kill somebody and they sit in prison, you can't say, "Oh, that's not my fault." That's not my fault because you brought the information. You were the catalyst for them going off and killing them.
So your friend is out looking for rings, and you know he's out looking for rings for his girlfriend because
hmm
he's going to propose. But you just seen this girlfriend checking into a hotel with another man. You don't feel any type of
Mm-mm.
obligation to inform your friend.
Nope. I'm not. I'm not. I wouldn't. And my homeboys have told me this. All my homeboys, except for one, they all told me that I should tell them.
Hmm.
They've all told me this. So we've had conversations so I know where they stand. And I tell them, I say, hey, I'm your friend. I'm not in your relationship. I'm not fucking you. I'm not sucking you. I'm not telling you because this is my thing as men. This is just on men perspective, right?
Hmm.
If I come to you with that information and you stay with the bitch, right?
Hmm.
I'm gonna look at you as a weak ass nigga, as my friend. Because what's the information? Why would you want me to tell you just to stay? What are you going? Are you going to cheat? What you going to cheat now
I
because
feel
she's
like
cheating?
I feel like
You're going to
that's
watch her more. What you going to stalk her? You going to put a tracker device on her car and catch the nigga and kill him? Like what is there is no pros to telling your friend,
you
especially if
in
they
the
stay.
know. I mean, whether you stay or leave, that doesn't make me any difference. I'm not gonna judge you.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you decide to do, that's your decision.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna let you know because I want you to know what you're dealing with. Just like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you know, hey, you need to watch Tamara because you know she a little shady. I feel that same obligation to let my friend know that her man out here doing something he don't got no business. And whatever you decide to do with that information, I'ma support you either way, and I got you. But I'm not gonna have you out here posting on social media and bragging on your man and everybody else, but you know that your man out here
Oh,
doing
so
wrong.
you think you gonna stop her from looking stupid? That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that I'm gonna put her in a no. I'm gonna give her information that everybody else knows, or I know, and he know, and whoever he's cheating on her with knows, except for her. I'm gonna make sure that she knows that information, and if she decides to do what she got to do, that's fine. Now, if my friend tells, and I don't know, me personally, I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Come tell me, and if I decide to stay, I got you. Like I support you, girl. We love him too.
Mm-hmm.
And if I decide to leave, you got me too, and I can come to your house and cry on your shoulder. But let me know. I
Mm-hmm.
want to know because I want to know what I'm dealing with. I don't want to be taken by well, I would be taken by
Right.
surprise,
Still.
but it's like I just want to know what type of person I'm dealing with because then I can handle you
But
accordingly.
that's what I'm saying, and I think we don't go around vetting people good enough because, like I say, that person didn't ask me. My friend didn't ask me, "Hey, do you think this is a good candidate for me to date?" So that means I should not be involved in your relationship at all when you decide to get in a relationship with that woman.
So your friends don't vent to you about your relationship, and this
Mm-mm.
this could very much be just the difference between friendships of women and friendships of men.
But see,
Because I know every personal and intimate detail of most of my friends' relationships.
I don't talk to. Okay, when we talking about my homeboys, and then I'm comparing my homegirls, right?
Mm-hmm.
My homegirls actually are more vulgar when it comes to their relationship, when it comes to sex and shit like that. Like I could think of one of my homegirls, she was like, um, I know she gonna watch this, but look, she
Shout out to you, sis.
she it is a fucked up story. It ain't fucked up, so I ain't gonna go into it too deep. But she called me. She was telling me about what was going on. Her and this dude, woot the woo, what, and telling me all the fucked up shit he was doing. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, hey, you need to leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I was like, I'm gonna do. I said, this shit gonna end bad. I can see this shit. I said, I play these same kind of games. I'm telling you, playing games. I done did this shit. I said, you got me as your friend, a male friend, never tried to fuck you, never seen you like that, and nothing like that. This is genuine. I ain't trying to backdoor you, nothing like that. We friends, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, here she goes. Well, he got the biggest dick I've ever had, and we was fucking the other night, and a tear came to my eye, and I was like, whoa. So you dickmatized. She was like, man, it's just hard. It's just hard to let it go because I've never fucked nobody like this, and no nigga ain't never fucked me like this, and I ain't never seen a dick this big at all. This, I'm like, bruh, are you serious, my nigga? Is it
She
doing you
gonna be
like?
mad at you.
But shit, I ain't tell her name, but
Yeah, but still.
but this is a real ass story,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm like, when that happened, I'm just like in my mind, I'm like, damn, this shit could have been avoided if you would have just took my advice. And the reason that I can say I wouldn't tell nobody because even I didn't catch him cheating. She stayed in another state with this talking to this nigga, but I can tell you what's going on because you asking my advice as a friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I give you my advice and we all stay in the same state and I seen a nigga cheat, I'm definitely not telling because I already told you what was going on. I ain't got to go reaffirm it because you already it ain't like you gonna change your mind because I said I didn't see this nigga out cheating or I showed you pictures. I didn't told you, hey, I'm a man. I've done XYZ before. I know what's gonna happen. And it got to the point right now in that relationship with her and that dude, I was calling his next move. And she would call me, she's like, you said he would do this, and then he actually did. I was
Yeah.
like, my nigga, I'm a dude. I know what the fuck going on. Like I played these games. I said, and I used to tell her, I said, most of the niggas is really playing catch up to me because I was doing this shit when niggas was still, worshiping the ground females to walk on. Nigga, I was 12, 13, already peeping shit how women was moving. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't shit new to me. And so, like I said, even if we was all in the same state, I seen them I cheating, I wouldn't go and tell her because I don't think it would change your mind because you already told me why you stand.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you tell me a nigga got the biggest dick you've ever seen before or had before, and you crying and shit while you fucking, it's like you feel like you got something rare. You don't want to let it go. And sometimes when it comes to rare shit hard to find, right?
Mm-hmm.
So not she and you didn't thought about that. You didn't rationalize that. You didn't since we've been friends. You didn't fucked your good share of niggas. So I know, you know how you talking about this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you really feeling this nigga at least sexually. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying? And so when that shit hit the fan, when they broke up, when she caught the nigga with a bitch, all this type of shit, try to flatten his tie, all this shit, like, my nigga, you could have been gone 3 months ago before you found all this shit out when I told you what the fuck was going on,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
It's like it got to a point where she was like, yeah, he introduced me, he introduced me to a girl that he said was his cousin. I said, do they act like cousins? Cause I didn't introduce a lot of bitches to my cousin. And she was like, I don't know. I don't know. They seem like they cousin. I was like, oh, okay. I like, that ain't his cousin, my nigga. And there was other stuff that let me know that it wasn't his cousin because of how he was moving and the things that he was saying to her, right? And he would go missing. He would just up and go missing. This is a story. One night, they were all at the bar together. Him, her, and the cousin.
Mm-hmm.
She was supposed to go. He was supposed to come to the house afterwards. He went missing and answered the phone.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a telltale sign.
Oh, do you think so?
Absolutely.
Okay, so but I'm wrong for telling her this, but she didn't want to cut the nigga off.
I'm still telling her, but the context is going to be different because to me it sounds to me like she didn't expect it to actually be a relationship where it was a commitment. You can't. If your go-to is he got the best dick ever,
But
and I got friends like that that's been in situations like that where this not my boyfriend, but we fucking on the regular and he got good dick and I love him for it. And when I see that nigga out, I'm calling her like, girl, guess who I seen at the club with a bitch?
but see, y'all don't have the understanding. You and that nigga, or you and your friends don't have the understanding. Like you said, how y'all talking. It shouldn't have been. It should have been an understanding where, hey, this is my fuck buddy. So you shouldn't give a fuck who he fucking. But we got an understanding that that's your fuck buddy.
It sounds
And
like that's her fuck buddy.
but my thing is, when you find out that he fucking with other bitches, he not just your fuck buddy now because now you ready to crash out.
That she got a problem because it sounds like she let the dick flow into her emotions.
Look. I'm gonna
And
say
she
this.
didn't
I'm
distinguish
just
the
gonna
two.
say this. Women and men are different when
Absolutely.
it comes to sex, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. I know
Women
a
are
lot of.
way more emotional.
I think women like to try to act like we're the same, but we're not. And the reason I'm going here now is because I've been with a lot of women sexually and expressed, hey, we're only here for sex,
Mm-hmm.
only, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those relationships typically go left because a woman hits you with the, what are we doing?
An ultimatum. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to always say we're fucking. That's what we're doing. Aren't you enjoying your time with me? I'm enjoying my time with you. It cannot be anything more than this, right? And so telling women that they minds when you fucking them good and doing shit like simply, if I'm chilling, we chilling, right? In my house and I'm hungry. You and me, I'm not finna just go out and not get you no food or just be like, hey, you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? That'd be fucked up because I am fucking you. I'm not just an asshole and not.
I mean, even if we weren't fucking, it's still common courtesy.
I ain't gonna say that because I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say
You're
that.
just ruthless.
No, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say this. This is what I'm gonna say. Though women take that and say, "Oh, we went on a date." I've had that happen. Late at night,
That's
you know.
bizarre.
Yeah, I've had. Hey, I'm hungry. I'm finna go. What do you want to go with me? You want to ride with me? Oh, we went on a date. or we kicking it, we fucking, I'm cool, we hanging. I'm thinking we on some friendship fucking now. Well, hey, what you doing this weekend? Well, I was gonna go see this movie by myself. Oh, what movie you gonna see? Oh, I'm finna go see Spider-Man. Oh, okay. Well, I ain't doing that. Well, you wanna go with me?
That's a date.
That's not a date.
That's a
That is
date.
not a date.
That's a date. You
I said I was
blurring the
going. No, 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 no,
lines.
no. I said I was going by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not doing anything. Well, you can go with me. It's not, hey, would you like to go on a date with me? It's not like, hey, I ain't making plans for us to go because I said I'm going by myself.
That's blurring the
No,
lines.
no, women blur the lines.
That's blurring
I
the
didn't blur
lines.
the line. I said I was going by myself.
And then she said she's not doing anything, and you put out an invite.
Yeah, I can
You
invite.
invited her to come,
So I can't invite a woman to come when I plan to go by myself?
and
I'm
y'all
just asking,
fucking.
yes or no?
Most definitely.
I'm
You
saying,
can
I'm
ask.
saying, if I'm just want to keep it fucking,
Mm-hmm.
do I supposed to do? I'm not supposed to invite her nowhere.
Yeah. Are y'all fucking or are y'all going places together?
We strictly fucking,
So
but
strictly fuck.
but no. But I'm asking you, I can't ask her to go anywhere.
Yeah, you can ask her to go somewhere, but then you can't look at her like she crazy when she say, "Oh, we went on a date." If you
See, no,
going
see,
to the gas station to get snacks, that's not a date. Going to the drive-through at a fast food restaurant, that's not a date. But if we're having sex and you say you going to the movies, oh well, I'm bored. You want to go? Sure, that's a date, and
but
that's
hold
blurring
on.
the
So that's
lines.
not common courtesy. Since you said you bored, you're
No,
not doing anything. I just be like, well, you want to go with me?
no, that's not common courtesy to just ask. Common
Okay,
courtesy is
so
do you want
I'm
more than
I'm
one
letting
somebody
y'all
in the
know.
house?
Yeah, letting y'all know if we on a date. Oh, if we just fucking, and I just got informed. If I say, hey, I'm going out by myself, that I
Mhm.
cannot invite y'all because I don't want to muddy the waters at
You're
all.
not,
And so since I've been informed, I know better now
and it
because
came from me,
see that
and I'm
as
standing on
a
it.
woman said that, I'm be like, look, my homegirl told me I can't even go on a date with you, my
I'm
nigga.
going through this same situation right now with a guy that I met, and he's my person. Like he's my
Mhm.
sex person. I've been out of a relationship for a year and a half.
Mhm.
I don't want to be in another relationship, but I have sexual needs, so I want
Mhm.
someone to have sex with.
Okay.
I still date now. That doesn't involve sex, but prospective partners. But
Mhm.
he is my person that we gonna have sex, and that's just it.
Mhm.
He invited me to a Cat Williams comedy show in Huntsville on the 29th.
Mhm.
And like I had to call him on the phone and say like, hey, because I never call. We never really talk on the phone. We text strictly.
Mhm.
But I called him on the phone because this is serious. Don't do that. Don't
Mhm.
invite me to a concert. And then if he was like, I feel you. Okay, you're right. But if he would have asked why, because that's not what we do.
Mhm.
We have sex. You come over. I may cook. You feel me? I may do that. But we gonna have sex, and then you may spend the night. You may not. But you gonna leave. Like I don't want to cuddle.
Mhm.
Don't play footsies with me. I don't want to do none of that
Mm.
because I feel like those. At the end of the day, I'm not a robot. I'm a woman, and I'm
So,
I'm emotional.
question: you see him out?
Hmm.
Are your friends obligated to tell you if they see him out
No,
with somebody?
I mean if they do, it's gonna be funny, and I'm gonna text him and be snarky. But they not obligated. If I find out that they seen
So
them,
that's not
it's not gonna be a
so your
problem.
fuck buddy is not considered cheating.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so just making sure we get
Because
that.
my fuck buddy, me and him have an understanding. Whoever my next fuck buddy, if I ever have another one, it's like an understanding. Like I'm trusting you with my health.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who you date. I don't care who you do none of it with. But if you start to be sexual or be intimate with someone else, let me know. So at that point, I can decide if I want to, continue to be intimate with you.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got an understanding. I may decide that I still do. I may decide that I don't want to anymore, but you give me a choice. You're not making a decision for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if he out, tell me if you want to. No, don't tell me. If I find out you knew, it's not a problem.
Yeah. See, I think, like I said, I just think it's weird because, like, even my homeboys, thinking about my homeboys, it's been times where my homeboy, we all kind of like secretive with how we fucking with a female,
Mm-hmm.
unless you just feel like she just a real jump off, right? Right. Like if I
I
feel
love
like
men's lingo.
I feel like if if it's a woman I have no respect for, just going in like nothing to getting the fuck up, like that type of bitch.
Man on a mission.
And if I'm like that, I tell my homeboy. And the reason I'm telling her shit, because if you want to, whoop the whoop, do
Not
your
pass
thing.
her around.
Love of the crew. It is what it is. But if that's what I see her as or how I feel about her, then yeah, I don't give a damn. Another thing is none of my like we'll be somewhere out. Me and my homeboys and the girl come up hugging. Like, oh, okay, well, I used to fuck with her back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's back in the day? It was like 2 years ago. Oh, damn, nigga, you ain't tell me because we all. That's how we all roll.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when I was dating my wife, we was dating like 3 months before anybody knew what you call that we was dating, and we all in the same circle.
Yeah.
We all in the same circle. So we popped out like, yeah, we together, we dating, whoop de whoop. People was like, oh, how long y'all been dating? Like 3 months, and they was like, wow, whatever. I ain't telling about sex, how it was, what she was doing in the bedroom, none of that. So, like I said, with women, with my homegirls, and I'm thinking about it, like I can think about my other homegirl. She was, telling me about her sexual experience. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, why the fuck y'all telling me this shit? I don't give a fuck about these niggas and they dicks and how they fucking y'all and shit like that. Because
Yeah.
even my homeboys, we have, I guess, like I said, y'all just different. Y'all just divulge and give so much information about y'all relationships, and I really like that y'all do.
Because you get the insight.
No. Me personally, I like when I like that y'all overshare because I've been in situations where I had to knock off another chick to get to the chick I really wanted. Right? So it's like I know like if I see a pack of chicks and I know well I'm gonna get my way to her through this bitch over here, I know that she might be a little bit easier to knock off than this bitch right here. So I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of her, and I know they gonna all talk. I done ran through a whole pack of friends before.
Okay, first of all, that's not cool. I'm
Why?
not fucking nobody that my friend didn't fuck. I don't give a fuck if they was only fuck. It was
Trust
a
me.
one night stand.
I'm gonna say this, women, and that's why I don't think you should tell your partner, tell your friend that they're getting cheated on. Because another thing is we don't talk about, but we've seen a lot. A woman, not niggas don't do this as much. It has happened, but women really do this a lot. Will tell you, hey, um, excuse me, I seen your nigga out there cheating.
Mm-hmm.
And then when y'all break up,
She going to fuck with him.
she fucking your nigga now.
Mm-hmm. She was never real though, and I feel
But
like
that's a lot of times that's why you got to understand who your friend and what information they bring you, because what you got, what you using that information for, what she wants you to do it for. Because sometimes a female, your friend could want you to crash out with the information they bring you to. It ain't necessarily to leave, but let's say they want you to fall off or put yourself in a fucked up situation. You could go back. They could tell you something. You can go bust one out of his car. Now he done shot you. Now you dead. You go beat the bitch up. Now you in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like you gotta watch the information you bring your friend, because that's what being a real friend is. Not just because this is my friend, I gotta run and tell him. Is your friend capable of handling this information?
And that's completely understandable if they're capable of handling the information. I personally don't feel like it's my duty to try to look into the future and gauge what they're gonna do after getting this information.
What?
Me personally, I don't think I should sit down and be like, ooh, okay, now, because this is my thing.
Hold on. That's the whole point of us being wise. That's what wisdom is seeing what happens in the future.
That's fair.
How stuff will play out.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a friend, you need to make sure they're wise enough to know what actions and steps they're taking and where it would end them up.
Make sure
in
that they're
the
wise
future.
enough.
Because-
Absolutely. I make sure before I befriend anybody to the point where we even in a place where I'm feel comfortable coming to tell you about your man, because I don't throw around the word friend lightly. I only got 3 and only had 4 in my whole life.
Mhm.
But yeah, I ain't nobody my friend that I'll tell them that information they're gonna go haul off and shoot them. Most of the time, when I
You
get
don't
my
know that.
when I get my friends information,
You can't say that.
we talking about it, and if it's just a out of pocket experience or situation where this one time out of 100 they wild off and do some crazy ass something
But
crazy
that's
like
what I'm
that,
and that's what I'm going. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't feel
Even
responsible.
even that, your friend might not. You might have told your friend that her nigga, all the niggas that cheated on her, right?
Hmm.
But you got to gauge her on this 99th nigga because she might be in a whole new head, so she might be tired of these niggas cheating on her. Oh, this nigga finna get the pain and the brunt of all these niggas cheating on me, and now she just spaz out and kill this nigga. So it can't just be like, oh, I know my friend today and what she's done in the past, because now you got to go back and re-gauge her and see what she at right now dealing with this nigga, because she might be tired.
What?
Because it's, and this is what I'm saying, like even as men with breakups, men commit suicide a lot more than women do, way
Hmm.
more. I think like 3 times more. It's like 3 times more than women do over, breakups and relationships through marriage. I think it's like I don't want to get the numbers wrong, but you could look at the stats. Men kill themselves a lot after like divorces and shit like that. So me telling a man that my homeboy that his girl fucked somebody else or was out with another nigga, like, nah, I'm not doing it because I can't have, because I'm gonna feel like, hey, me coming telling my friend he just blew his fucking brains out because I didn't told him his bitch was out here cheating.
I do feel like it's my responsibility as a friend after I, give that information to, you know, talk through the information to and gauge like let's talk about how you feel and what your next steps is because 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna be giving you my own little plot on what you need to do. That's
Mm-hmm.
me personally. But yeah, I do feel like it's my responsibility to then talk you through that information. But I'm not just okay like knowing that you madly in love and you planning a wedding and be like, oh yeah, I seen Jamal out cheating with a bitch, but I'm gonna hit you up later though. No, I seen Jamal out with a woman. How you feel about that? Like you gonna say something? What you think you gonna do? And at that point, when she expressed to me how she feel, then I can say, okay, she taking this a lot more serious than it's normal. So I need to take some extra steps, but that's pretty much as far as it's gonna go for me. I'm not gonna if we talk through that information and all this good stuff, and you go do something that can get you in some type of legal trouble. I'm not gonna beat myself up every day. If you end up committing suicide over that, I'm not gonna beat myself up every day. That's just because I feel like people got to be accountable for their own actions. I feel like the only person that needs to be beat up is the person that's out here committing adultery. If you married or cheat, if you're just in a relationship, that person is the problem.
People don't see it like that,
But they
and,
should.
and and like a lot of this stuff is easier said than done. So
Absolutely.
what's the worst thing that can happen if you don't tell?
That my friend find out that I knew and didn't tell
How would
her.
she find out?
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, but
She wouldn't.
it's very
She
possible.
she she wouldn't.
It's very
She
possible.
wouldn't. And the only way, hold on, the only way, and this is what, and it's funny because
Mm.
my parents came to me one day. I was 18. We was sitting at the table, and my daddy and my mom and daddy sitting there. And my daddy was like, if you seen me or your mama out there cheating, what would you do? I said, if I seen y'all cheating, I would duck and hope y'all didn't see me. I ain't got nothing, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't taking no side, because both y'all been good to me. I said, y'all could be in an open relationship. Y'all could, it could be some mama that you do or some you let mama do. I have no clue, but I don't want y'all to know that I know anything, right? And I feel the same way about my friends. If I see my partner girl over there, I'm ducking. Bitch, I don't want you to know. I don't want you to feel guilty. I don't want you to feel nothing. I know, and I know it's been instances where females actually go spaz out on the nigga, your friend nigga, like, bitch, you don't have no responsibility, no obligation. What if that bitch would have got up and beat your ass and beat you to fucking sleep that he with, and now you done got your ass beat,
We just gonna
and
go back and
and
jump her.
and now she still fucking the nigga.
He ain't no fucking good. So
That's to you.
this period, if my friend is having has an
We can't
expectation,
hold on. You can't say people ain't no good because they cheating.
if that's dishonest, you're a liar. You're lying. You're a cheater.
That
Those aren't
hold on.
positive traits.
No. That's not. That's from the outside looking in. Because, like I say, if you tell somebody and they stay, that means they accept it.
Yeah, and that's
And so
totally
that means
fine.
if they accept, so that means it's not. That doesn't mean that it's bad because you're on the outside. You
If
may
the
not accept it.
expectation, if the understood expectation was that both of us are going to be committed and faithful, yeah, that's still a problem. Just because she decided to stay don't mean that it's not a
But I'm
problem.
saying that's not for you.
it's
to be the
not for
judge of that. And that's what I think a lot of people mess up because they're trying to be the judge of if this person is doing my friend right or wrong. When in fact your friend could have been got cheated online and you just found out about it and she's okay with it now.
now, and that's fine. I'm not gonna try to control what my friend does. That's not my problem. Like I said, if she says she gonna leave, if you need someone to take, you come to my house. Like
Hmm.
you want to cry, I got you. If she decides she gonna stay, okay, girl, we'll whoop his ass one time, but whatever.
Bad advice. That this what is this? Bad advice Sundays. Bad advice is Sundays
On
by
Easter
Cedrica
Sunday.
on Easter Sunday, telling you to beat a nigga up. My nigga,
I
don't
mean,
do
it's
it.
a little jokey joke. I do
Don't
not
do it.
support
Bad
domestic violence at
bad
all.
advice
Okay,
Sundays.
I
We
do
could
not
that should be a
support domestic
segment. That should be a
violence.
segment because I'm telling you, don't put your hands on no
Absolutely.
men or women.
Do not put your hands on anyone. But that's
It
just me.
happens.
Absolutely.
And see that's why she don't care about telling
I'm
because she
backtracking a little
no
bit.
that's why she don't care about telling because she wants somebody to get their head cracked and
No,
stuff. That's what it is. It's
don't
that
listen to him.
that's exactly what's
Don't
going
listen to
on.
him.
She
I
want
will
people to
not
get their
allow
head
you
cracked.
to
She wants
paint this
somebody to be
narrative.
be in a ditch, something. That's what she
I
wants.
do not support
Because
domestic violence.
we already know if they don't know that you know and you ain't said nothing, how they gonna know you knew?
But it's very possible that once it does a breakup or argument, something comes up, and somebody want to get the one up. The female could tell, especially if she know her friend group, which most people know me and my friend group. Like most people that know me just based off my social media know who I hang around and who my good Judies are.
Hmm.
So it's
Good
very
Judy's. I ain't never heard that one. That's the name, the thing.
like this.
Oh, I'm out the loop. I'm old, y'all.
Oh
So,
my god, it comes from the drag scene, and so I watch a lot of RuPaul Drag Race.
oh,
Just a nice little tit tag of info. But yeah, so most people know who my good friends are.
hmm.
So the girl could be like, yeah, and your friend even seen us out. Or the nigga like,
That's why you heard me say I'm ducking and running the other way
I'm
because
not.
I don't want them to see because that ain't got shit to do
I
with
want you
me.
to see me. I want you to
Nah,
feel guilty because if you feel guilty, that means you know that what you're doing is wrong.
look, this is some real shit. I had a homegirl and she made herself be seen. And she told me, this is stupid shit she told me. She's like, that nigga seen me. I know he gonna tell my friend that because he know if he don't tell her, I'm gonna tell him.
Mm,
So they at a party and she asked him, she's like, you gonna tell my friend what I seen or do I need to go tell her? And he's like, no, I'm gonna tell. Just, give me time. I don't want to hurt her feelings or whoop de whoop. 2 months go by. He still ain't tell her.
he's a
And I was like, you really thought he was gonna tell her? Did
he
you really
should.
think that?
When my
And
ex,
and
okay,
hold on. And I was like, now you in a fucked up situation. You know why? Because you know so long and you didn't tell your friend, now she'll be mad if you go and tell her. Because
yeah,
if let's say now they didn't bought a house together before that. Let's say they bought a car together. Let's say they didn't got married and now you wanna come tell me some information like that. That'd be fucked up as a friend. That would be fucked up.
that'd be messed up. But I feel like once you let your friend know the reason why, I was giving him an opportunity to come let you know first. I feel like me personally, you can't do nothing but respect it. Now, if you didn't let me, if we on the phone and I'm talking about this wedding, and if we on the phone, I'm like, yeah, girl, we going to sign on the house tomorrow. And if we on the phone, you're very well aware of all these life changing things that are about to happen in my life, and you keep that information away, then absolutely.
You know how many people I know, women, I don't know too many men, but you know how many women that I know, because personally, men, if they get cheated on, they don't say anything. Y'all be on Facebook and spazzing out, this nigga ain't shit and all this.
I hate
But
that.
do you know how many women I know that know that nigga was cheating and found out that nigga was cheating and still married a nigga?
I can believe it. Yeah, pretty sure there's a lot of women out here.
Have you seen those videos where the side bitches stand up? Or the
At the
side bitches
wedding.
be at the
You was
wedding
just at my house
last
2 nights
night or
ago.
all of this. So like
Trifling.
and the women be knowing they still marrying. A lot of times with women,
But I'm sorry to cut you off.
go ahead.
She ain't marrying him because she love him.
She trying to get one up,
For sure.
and
I'm
that
gonna hurt you worse than you hurt
yeah
me.
that and a lot
And
of
I'ma
times
take you to your baby.
a lot of times women be trying to if they feel like a woman is fucking a man, they feel like the bitch got one up. Marrying him is gonna make her feel like she got one up on the bitch, right?
Yeah,
And
she
then later
is.
on, if he gets something or some money, now I could divorce him and take him. and you can have this nigga because I done used him up now. But we already know, and by that time she ain't gonna want him either. You know, or she might be one of them crazy ones that be just hold on, forever. One day he gonna finally leave his wife, and then when she get there, he just dogging her because we know as a man, I ain't gonna respect you for being my side bitch. I'm not finna you because men in our minds we compartmentalize everything.
Mm-hmm.
Our minds are like boxes. Y'all minds are like yarn. Everything wrapped in. So like if I say I'm you in the friend zone, you in the friend zone, you fuck buddy, you side bitch, and it's hard to just jump out of boxes and put you in rearrange shit like that because we don't work like that. So like I said, I just don't think it's wise to tell your friend because like I said, I don't think there's any pros to telling your friend other than they'll know that
I'm
they
telling my
getting cheated
friend
on.
that way you can make, you know, what's the word I'm looking
A
for?
sound decision. I don't know what the word you're looking for.
That'll work, but you can make
Informed
There we
decision.
go. Thank you. You can make an informed decision going forward. But I wanted to touch on something you said a little while
Okay,
ago.
go ahead.
That you said, did you really think that he was gonna tell her? Why not? When my ex, true story, my ex 4 year
Right.
relationship, my ex from my 4 year relationship, we had broken up for something totally unrelated, right? It was a
Mm-hmm.
stupid argument we had, and we broke up. We on a break. And during that break, he had sex with someone else. That wasn't cheating. But when we got back together, he told me. And he told me because he felt so bad. He felt as if he was lying to me. And he told me. I feel like that speaks to character. If you wrong somebody, and that's why they always say, don't, you tell me what you did. I don't want to hear it from nobody else. Absolutely. Own up to whatever mistake you made, even though there wasn't a mistake on his end, because technically you were single. But I just feel like it speaks to character to be able to take accountability, own up to it, apologize for it, and then see where it goes from there. Like, I can't do nothing but respect it, for sure.
Fellas, should I tell her? Should we just let her think that he was showing a lot of character, owning up to what the fuck he did?
What we think the intentions was, please let me know. I want to know.
The
I'm
intent. Wow.
curious.
The intention. The
Why do
intent.
you think he told me?
Because I'm trying to see what you'll go for.
Hmm.
That's really what it is. Because it's never been a woman, not one time a woman I've ever dealt with, ever. If I felt like she was gonna leave me and I like fucking her or whatever, I'm not telling her no information that could potentially make her leave.
You
Because
didn't cheat on me.
no, you said, and we got to record it.
He didn't cheat
Hold
on
on,
me.
you said he fucked a girl,
Wow. After we had broken up and was
and
on
and you
break.
said he fucked her too while y'all got back together.
No, I said that we broke up for
We're gonna
something.
rewind it. We're
For
gonna rewind
sure,
it.
we broke up for something totally unrelated.
Mm-hmm.
We went on a break.
Mm-hmm.
He cheated with someone else,
Mm-hmm.
and when we got back together, he told me about
Well,
it.
well, that even changes the scenario too, because now if he told you that he could fuck somebody while y'all on break, he's letting you know I can still get some pussy. I ain't missing you with the whoop. This is what it is.
And that's me personally. I feel like I don't
We
think
don't
that's
as
what
men.
it is.
We don't men. Us as men. We don't. For a woman that we really care about or really fucking with like that, we don't really divulge shit like that about fucking someone else. It's an ulterior motive behind it, and us as men, we just don't do shit like that. It's better. And like I said, what was the purpose? He get no purpose out of y'all. Was on a break. You get nothing out of it. A lot of times when people tell stuff like that, especially men, when men open up like that, he has to let you know that. Did you call for the break?
No, it was nobody was the cause of it.
I'm
But
saying, did you call for it? Did you like, oh, we should just take a break?
oh
Or
yeah, yeah.
you the one? Okay, so that explains it. You called for the break, so now it's like, okay, I asked for a break, so now gotta let her know, hey, because you called for a break, don't mean I'm just gonna be sitting here boo hoo crying whoop the whoop. I'm gonna go give me some pussy too. Let you know that I can do this with or without you. So that's a man thing, and I'm letting you know that's how men play. Because if
And
I was on that same situation, I would do the same thing.
but I don't see nothing wrong with that, me personally, because I called for the break,
Of course
and
you,
then
of course you don't,
I don't see anything wrong with it. Like
because you rationalize it different.
that's something I would do. Like if I
Yeah,
would
you're a
do it
woman.
now because I just feel like it was so stand up, and then I believe his intentions was this. Like me, I pride myself on never busting a window, never flaying a tie, never cutting up no clothes or throwing bleach. I pride myself on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I feel like if there was something I did, I would feel some type of way because that's like a flex for me. You in these days, that's a flex of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And his flex and something he pride himself on is being honest and never lying. Now,
Okay.
he may make you say you it was a girl sitting at on your lap at the club. He may not answer it. You got to ask him, was Brittany sitting on your lap at the club? And if it wasn't Brittany,
But it don't matter if it's Brittany or not. If it
it,
was a girl sitting on the
okay,
average,
let
it
me
is what it is.
rephrase it.
But I get what you're saying. I
But
get what you're
either way
saying.
it go, like, he wouldn't have did it, but
Okay, look, like I said, you don't have a problem with it because you
mm,
rationalize it like that,
yeah.
and you wouldn't have had a problem with telling him because women don't have a problem with saying, "Hey, I'm fucking you. I can move on," because that's what It's easy for y'all to get
I
it.
don't think it's me. I'm sorry. You know, I can move on. We was on a break for a minute, and
Hmm.
I would.
And you
It would
call for the
be
break.
right. It would be like naive of me to think that I'm gonna tell a man that whom's sexual needs that I was responsible for satisfying.
Hmm.
That okay, I'm not gonna satisfy those sexual needs or those emotional needs or those physical needs anymore. But can't nobody else do it either.
Hmm.
That's not fair. So I feel like it'd be naive of me to put an expectation on him when we're not even together to not have sex with anybody else. That that's just me personally. So
Well, I've seen people get upset about people having sex on a break.
that's a problem, and they need not to be
Yeah,
on the
but
break.
and the reason is most of the time it's women getting upset with men having sex on a break because women be like, oh well. A lot of times when a woman calls for a break, because we know, like even divorce, 80% of the time women calls for divorce, right?
Hmm.
Women call for separation. A lot of times women think the grass is green on the other side. They want to go do something else. People try to add these extra caveats. He was being an ass, cheating, woo woo. But a lot of times it's not because it's a lot harder for men to get pussy than it is women to get dick. But a lot of times when I see women get upset with men for having sex on a break is because nigga, you should have waited on me. My pride is hurt.
I
I
feel like
thought
that's
I
an
could leave.
unrealistic
I
expectation.
think I thought I could leave and do what I wanted to do, and you would just be sitting around here moping. You would be sitting around here waiting on me and and crying and all of that type of stuff. But when women find out that he's not waiting, then it's an issue.
I feel like you should already know that that's a possibility going into a break. And if you don't, again, no one is
Yes.
forced into a break. If your partner is often offering up a break as a solution and you're not okay with it, you can always say, well, not if I'm not okay with breaks. We either
Hmm.
gonna do it or we not.
Hmm.
You know, you have that option. But to agree with going on a break, which in my mind is like we gonna take some time apart to see if this is what we really want to do
Yeah.
with each other. This I feel like if you that includes having sex with somebody else, I can't be mad at it. And I can't do nothing but respect it if you then come back and told me after the fact because you didn't have to. And I feel like we got to start giving people props when they, do.
Okay. If you like I said, I think it's because you rationalize it different, and I'm not going to, you know, throw any salt on him or what you think he did if he was an upstanding guy. I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's what I
Um,
believe.
I know that's why I say you rationalize it different, and that's fine. That's what you want to believe, and you want to run with that. Cool, And I'm like I tell
What
my
it
homegirl,
is, what it
like I
is.
told my homegirl, I'm a man. I've been around men groups, all of this stuff. Been a man my whole life. Never had a sex change or anything like that. I know that's popular nowadays, but which is I guess the new normal of nowadays. But we gonna wrap it up. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Do you think you should tell your friends they are getting cheated on, or do y'all think y'all should be quiet? Let me know in the comments.
Just have the bail money ready. Just
See
kidding, just
that?
kidding, just
No,
kidding.
no. See, I told y'all. See, and that's what a lot of them want y'all to do. Crash out. But this the new normal podcast. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You want to tell them anything about you?
um,
What you
just
got going
keep.
on. And I'm gonna make sure the next time we have a podcast, she stays close to the mic and not fidget and roll away because
I'm
somebody
nervous,
told me they was
y'all.
having a hard time hearing you on our first pod because you were so far away from the
I'm so
mic.
sorry. I be nervous, but I'm getting in my groove. As far as about me, I think y'all gonna learn a lot about me of this time with the podcast. So I'm not gonna tell you too much, but just continue to, subscribe, like, follow, cut out some updates so y'all will know when we drop a new episode. And just
Tell them
stay
your social media handles.
because I'm back on social media now.
She had to take a hiatus because she was
Yeah,
out here
doing my
posting her
thug
cash
thizzle.
out.
For sure. But no, my Instagram is no pics please, NOPIXSPLZZ. And on Facebook, you can follow me at Cedrica Rowe or friend me at Cedrica Rowe. And Snapchat is kind of so y'all everybody can be on that. So yeah.
All right, thank you, and we out.